It had been an eventful week for him. After dealing a killing blow to GlobaTech, he had set his sights on the future. The final stage of his plans could finally move forward without interruption. Sitting beside him, rigid and upright in his seat, was Rain. Hall glanced at him and smiled, the ace he had been waiting to play for over 2 years. That was the beauty of the Nemesis program. Adam Rain had no idea he was even a part of it. He was chosen because of his potential. He was accepted into the SEALs on his own. His involvement in Black Star was subtly orchestrated so that Hall would have that silver bullet should it be needed. 1 week ago, it was. Hall turned back to gaze at the mountainous landscape rushing past outside. "Has our guest been any trouble?" he asked. Rain stared ahead. "Not really. She hasn't spoken in days." "She will," he replied with a smile. He looked over at Rain. "We need to make sure we're prepared for what comes next. We have a lot of moving parts to coordinate if this is to go off without a hitch. If I've learned one thing about GlobaTech, they're relentless son of a bitches. Killing the assassin was necessary and rather enjoyable to watch, but the negative effect on their morale will only last so long. Defeat will turn to inspiration. Buchanan's little pet project will come at us with everything they have. I won't be caught out again." Rain turned his head slowly to face Hall. "Just tell me who I need to kill." A wicked smile crept across Hall's face. "Soon enough." The convoy drove on. After a few minutes, the first buildings began to appear against the skyline. Eventually, the entire compound bloomed before them. A previously disused military base was converted to suit Orion's needs over the last few years. A sprawling collection of buildings, tall and flat, wide and narrow, was encased by a high chain-link fence topped with razor wire. The sight of it never failed to fill Hall with a sense of childhood excitement. This was his Santa Clarita, and from here he would change the world. The entry checkpoint let them through without delay, and the vehicles circled to a stop in the large open area formed naturally by the layout of the buildings. The driver of the Humvee opened Hall's door for him. He stepped out and looked around, marveling at the scope of what he created. The noise of bodies hustling with his purpose was deafening, yet offered a level of bizarre comfort. As he turned away from the vehicle, Hall's eyes lingered on his greatest creation. A towering monster looked down at the world like a king surveying his kingdom. Despite being a half-mile away, it still dominated the sky, such was its size. Hall took a deep breath, his chest swelling with pride. Each time he saw it was like the first time. It was a feeling he knew would never go away.